we're getting ready with me today. We're gonna use this Unearthly palette. So if you want to see how I made this look, then keep watching. Hi darlings, it is a beautiful rainy day here. Let's do a get ready with me. So today I'm gonna use this Resurgence palette right here to do a look. Sorry, my brain was like, words are hard. So I already primed my face and I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. I think I'm gonna try to use this up. It's a little bit too peachy for me, but it's okay. We'll use it up and it'll be fine. Everything's fine. But let's do this makeup. I feel like it's been so long since I did a get ready with me and I really like doing them. But I got these children and they're trying to kill me with the childrenness. No, it's just really hard to film when you have littles, so struggle's real. I am always impressed when other people put out lots of content, but that's not my life. I am primary caretaker, so. But yeah, so exciting things. Like, I'm trying not to buy all of the things, but it has been quite a busy week for, well, 2 weeks for makeup launches. What am I'm gonna need another job. There's so many good things. There's even more good things coming. And I'm just like, the FOMO is real. But I am appreciative of my collection because I've been able to say no to a lot of things because like of being more in tune with my collection, you know? So what a week in the news too. Oh my gosh, like I don't often, you know, incorporate current events into my channel that much, you know, because it's like nice to have a place that you know, but we got people visiting the Titanic and submersibles. We got crazies out. I just, I saw pictures of somebody trying to ride an alligator in the Everglades the other day, and I'm just like, does anybody remember the Darwin Awards? Is that still a thing? If you know if that's a thing, will you tell me? I just feel like it's Darwin Awards material. So, oh my gosh, look how good that looks. That looks, okay, here's the deal. This tinted hydrator looks really good on camera. It looks really good on camera. In real life, it's good, but it doesn't stay good on my skin because I have like normal combo skin. And yeah, but it looks really fucking good in camera. My goodness. Good job, me. All right. I'm going to put my Tarte Shape Tape because that's what we're doing. This is like the concealer that never ends. It just never ends. It just keeps going. Shout out to those who remember Lamb Chop and the song that never ends. And if I got it stuck in your head now, ha 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 ha, suffer with me. But yeah. So we've just been keeping everyone occupied. I haven't been able to do a lot of fun stuff. We're planning a trip for like fall. Oh my gosh, this concealer there is a lot on here right now. This is a little excessive. Oh, I'm gonna have to go get a beauty sponge. Ooh, I totally forgot to go do that. Okay, we're back. All right, I'm trying something new, by the way. I'm trying these flat. I've never used these before. These are flat blenders by Ulta Beauty, and it's but I've never seen these. I've never used this before, I should say. I've seen them, but I've never used them. So they're like a beauty sponge, but they're flat. And I don't know if I'm supposed to use wet for sheer coverage or dry for full coverage. Let's try the dry. Why not? But the shape looked really ergonomic. These are the Ulta Beauty ones, but I don't know. Interesting. Well, let's try, shall we? Oh, I got a little bit of green eye boogies from yesterday. This get ready with me feels a little chaotic today, but I feel like that's the state of my brain right now. So be in the chaos with me, darlings. So yeah, we're planning a trip for like October, and so I'm starting to try to get all those details and do all that, and I'm juggling. No different than everyone else. We're all juggling, I guess. Oh, well, I mean, mean, that would seem to work okay. Let's see if I can, if it'll allow me to take the excess, because I don't like to put a lot of concealer everywhere. Man, my skin is, she's looking flawless today. I'm not mad at it. But like, why would I be, right? You know. But so yeah, so we don't have too much going on in our little world. Just keeping the littles occupied has been like my day to day. And then trying to film content. I have so many ideas for videos, but like actually accomplishing it has been really challenging for me. You ever just get to a point where you're like, I'm just gonna purge things in my collection, and then like you just go through and you go ham? I feel like I'm approaching that point. Like, I just want to get rid of the things that I'm just not, I don't even look twice at. You know what I'm talking about. Those are those products that you're like, I'll use this in another time, and then you just never go back to it. I feel like I'm gonna use this. My Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. Let's try it with this. We gonna find out. We gonna find out today, friends. Gonna find out today if this is gonna make me extra cakey. So, I have never used this airbrush setting powder this way. Cool. But like, do you see what I see? Okay, we're gonna have a Cardi B moment here. We're gonna go, oh, start purring at ourselves. I don't know. Take some of that down there for a little highlight moment. Okay, not mad at this. Let's just let the excess sit there for a little bit, because I've just pressed it into the skin. So let's let that excess sit there for a little bit, and then we'll come back to it. Let's do some blush. I'm gonna try this Sephora brush today. I'm kind of on the fence if I want to keep this or not. I like the foundation brush that goes with it, but I've been kind of on the fence about this one. So let's do, what blush do I want to use? What blush do I have in front of me is the question. We're gonna use that one. That's bronzer. Okay. I'm trying to give, I don't want to wear that one. We're gonna use the Holika Holika Jelly Blusher, and then we'll put a powder blush on top of it. And then let's see. Sorry, my brain is like all over the place today. I feel like jam spread across too much bread. It's just kind of the order of the day. All right, so we're gonna take this Holika Holika. I can't decide if I like this color or not. The apricot one was like my absolute favorite, but I'm just gonna take a regular blush brush, and this one's a Sephora one. I'm kind of on the fence about this brush, but I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. This brush seems a little loose for this, but I like a loose, see, I don't know if I'm getting the same color payoff that I got from the apricot one. And I think that's why I'm so on the fence about it, because I really like the apricot one. Okay, so when I use the puff, it works great. But I think it's just too close to my natural blush for it to be like a thing, I don't know. I've been into a way more intense blush lately, Like, I have been wanting the drama with my blush, which I didn't even use blush until like, I don't know, a year ago maybe. But I think it's looking really pretty. It's looking really pretty. I like to bring mine to like the corner of my eye right here. I feel like it just warms up my whole face and avoids that concealer thing, Oh, we are. Okay, I'm not mad at this. This is good. We like this. This is good. Okay, so let's take the same brush. Let's try this with the powder. Oh, this is not the right brush. Goodbye. This same brush. We're gonna try this with the Patrick Ta powder, which is what I've been using like, I don't know, the last few days. I like it, but I don't know. I don't love it. I don't know. I go through phases. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. But I think that's just me in general. This Get Ready With Me is like a little chaotic, so I'm sorry. But it is what it is. If that's what my brain's doing, guess what? That's what we're all doing. So yeah, okay, that is cute. I am quite pleased with myself. Okay. All right, let's bronzer. We are gonna just use this Ofra one. This is a pan focus for me for the year. This is the Midi palette, and I haven't been using it at all. So I'm like, I should probably do that. Okay. All right. Ooh, But yeah, you know, I don't have anything really impactful to say today. I just felt like getting ready with my makeup. You know, I'm struggling kind of balancing time, which I'm pretty good about normally. Pretty good at time management overall. But I'm struggling balancing like the time of keeping everyone on track and keeping the kids entertained and moderately quiet while I film, which is the real problem. But yeah, I just, you know, I have so many ideas, but actually getting them to like video is the issue. But I just, you know, I wanted to feel good and feel like normal. So let's put makeup on. It makes me feel good, you know, and it gives my collection some much needed, especially since there's a whole bunch of stuff that I want to buy. Am I going to buy it all? Probably not. Do I want to buy it all? Fuck yeah, I do. Fuck yes, I do. All right, let's brush off any excess. I guess I could have waited to do this, but honestly, she's looking pretty good. Pretty flawless. Okay, so let's take, what I've been really enjoying is taking this brown shade. I don't normally do my brows on camera, but fuck it. All right, so I've been taking this brown shade from Okavango Delta and just kind of giving my brows a little fill-in and a little bit of shape. And there are days where I just completely ignore my brows, but it is not that day. So I've just been dipping into this like Honking Hippos because a shade of brown has been really good in my brows. Like I just kind of give them a little fill-in, there and kind of not do too much, you know. So this is hard to do in camera though. And then I just kind of brush it in. You know, I like to keep it pretty simple. I grow a lot of hair. You know, that's just the reality of life with Liz. And it's like, you know, and just kind of fill it in just a little bit, you know. I'm not looking for brow miracles here. If I need that, I'll go to like the Benefit bar at Ulta, you know. Speaking of Ulta, like when did they become the superior makeup, you know, purveyor, the superior makeup seller or distributor? Because they are absolutely killing it with their with the rewards program. My goodness, that is what's up, man. And I know that there's videos out there of people like teaching you how to like really take advantage of it. I have not learned all the ins and outs, so I don't know if I'm the person for that. But like there are videos of people out there where you can like double, triple, quadruple, 5 times the points. And then I'm like, ooh, listen, if ever there was a store brand credit card that tempted me, I'm tempted by that one. But I'm not going to get it because I recognize I would want to spend money and I don't need, listen, this is not my career, okay? This is a hobby. I don't need like to spend, I'm just putting a little bit more of that. I don't need to spend like an obscene amount of money on foundations that I'll use once and never like get again, you know? That's not my life, at least not at this time. So I don't need a credit card for one of those brands. That feels like a trap, you know? Okay, this is looking cute. I was just following my natural arch, by the way. Like the brows, they are what they are. This arch is a little bit different than this arch, you know? And that's because I am a human and these hairs do what they want. Okay, I think that looks good though. All right, so we're gonna go into the Unearthly palette today. We're gonna do this one. I've only used it once so far, and honestly, I was not really impressed by the mattes, which I'm like, makes me a little nervous. So we're gonna try again, okay? So I'm not gonna prime my eyes, okay? Just as a sheer act of defiance at this stage. So I am gonna go, however, into this shade here, Regeneration. And we're going to see. I think this shade shears out, and I have opinions about this palette already, just from my one usage of it. See how sheer that is without a primer. Okay, listen, I rarely use a primer in my eyeshadow looks. I use a glitter primer, but I don't use like a primer for my mattes most of the time. So when a palette forces me to use it because it lacks pigment, I get a little indignant. I do. I get a little indignant. That's like, what is the point of you? This is building up okay though. For whatever reason, when I was putting this in my inner corner before, it just was not cooperating. So I wanted to see how it was going to perform on the rest of the lid, like especially in the transition. But like a lot of these shades, when I was using them the other day to create a look, they were very sheer, like very sheer. You had to build them up, which is fine. I don't mind that, like for some. But when a shade is vibrant, like a bright blue, I'm looking at this one, I expect it to perform in a vibrant way. Like that's the nature of this shade, you know? But this in the transition looks really pretty, so I'm not mad at that. Okay, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with the rest of my look, by the way. I guess I'm gonna deepen up maybe I'll deepen up the outer corner and then we'll add some shimmer. And then we'll just keep it simple, you know? But this is building up nicely. I'm not mad at that. That's cool. Okay, that's much better. First impressions of this palette, I was like, this is not as good unearthly as it normally is. And honestly, I was a little bit bummed. So I'm really glad that it's applying differently this time. Okay, to deepen up that outer corner, let's see, let's go with the dark blue. We're gonna keep things pretty light. We're gonna see if this applies differently this time. This is Cosmology, is the shade. But I just, you know, it is daytime. And I don't need miracles here, but see, like, this, when I first put it on, maybe I was just having a bad application day. I don't know. But when I first went to put this on, it would not perform well. Like, it took a lot. Like, I do have some fallout there. It took like a lot to get it to cooperate, and I'm just like, oh no, don't do this to me. Okay, I'm gonna bring that into my inner corner just a little bit. It does sheer out a lot. See, it's getting a little bit muddy in the crease, but that's okay. In the crease, it looks like it's just creating some kind of depth there, so we won't get mad at that. But see how it sheers out though? Like, you put it on vibrantly, and then as you work it, it like really sheers out. So I don't love that in a shade. If I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, if I don't like something, I'm just gonna tell you, because I would rather be honest with you. Like, I love Heather Austin, and I really like Unearthly, you know? So, but if something is not as good quality, I'm not gonna lie to you. You spend your hard-earned coins. We're not trying to waste our money. Although this is coming out okay. This is a little muddy, but this other side's okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that same, like, this brush, the same one I was using. This one is by Firma, I think. I actually really like this blending brush. Just gonna blend that just a little bit, kind of soften it so it's not so, I don't know, dramatic. I will say this about these colors though, they do like the pigments mixed together, and you can kind of create some custom colors doing that. Like in the middle here, it's kind of created a gradient green, which is pretty cool. So when a shadow does that, it's a good sign that the pigments are good. But okay, let me fix the blue on this other side. I will say though, it does have fallout, so if fallout bothers you, make sure you do your eyeshadow first. It bothers me too, but I just didn't feel like doing my shadow first today. Okay, so, okay. All right, let's add some glitter primer in this visage. Yep, I said that. We're gonna add glitter primer, and then we're gonna figure out what exactly we're doing with our lives. I mean, with our shimmers. I am struggling to find anything today. I'll tell you what. Okay, pause. Okay, what happened is I can't find my glitter primer, like, anywhere. So we're just gonna go in without it. So let's see, what color do we want to use? I feel like the only color I can use for this is the shade right here. As much as I want to use the other shimmers, they're not speaking to me for this look. So that color's called Solar Symbol. It's really pretty, but let's see how it does. Oh, without a primer, it's still good. That's good. I was hoping, because I can't find it. I'm gonna have to find it. I just bought a new one because my other one was broken. If you can hear my littles in the background, they're being rowdy in the other room. Yeah, I don't know where it is. I just bought a brand new one. But you know how things are. They grow legs, they walk away. But this is coming on really pretty without a primer, so that's I'm happy for that because I wasn't sure. These shimmers are not like the softest. They're not the puttiest, which I actually don't mind. But they're not hard pressed, but they are like not the softest. But I don't mind that because for me, the puttier a shimmer like is, you know, the less it lasts on my lid. This looks really pretty. I like this a lot. Now there's not a shade in this palette that I love for an inner corner shade except for that bright green there. So I am going to grab my Mikayla Paht 2, the highlighter palette here. And I think I'm going to go in with this green shade because I think it would make a really pretty inner corner highlight. And I need to wash my brushes, so everything's dirty. So I'm just going to go in with this like little Artitude. I think it's technically a lip brush, or like a liner brush, but we're going to use it for liner. Oh yeah, I think that's pretty. It's actually really similar to the lid shade in this lighting, so a gold in this inner corner would be really pretty too, but you know, I don't want to dig out my Divina shades. All right, so I need to put something, I think, on my lower waterline, and I think I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of, let's see, I think I'll carry the blue over to the smokiness here, with just a little bit of that Cosmology. So first impressions of this palette, I didn't love it the first time I used it. I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was like amazing. But I am liking it the second time, which goes to show that like first impressions are not always reliable. Sometimes you have to use things a few times and figure out how the formula plays and all of that. Okay, let me wipe off that brush because I think I have a little bit too much on this side, and then I am going to go into Regeneration, which is that green. But yeah, first impressions of this palette, I was like, oh great, this is not the normal Unearthly that I like. This is not the usual, but it is different from the Unearthly formula that I know and love. From their newer palettes, it's a little bit more sheer, a little bit more buildable. But it's not bad. It's good. It is good. It's just, you know, not what I was expecting first impressions, you know? So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and throw some Ardell Demi Wispies on because, bitch, that's what I want to wear. And I'll be right back. But, like, why did that come out so cute, though? Like, why did that come out so cute, though? Okay, well, listen. Some days, you're like, yeah, I don't like that. And then you put it on your face and you're like, well, fuck, yeah, I like that. Look how cute it came out. I finished with some Ardell Demi Wispies and also some L'Oreal Lash Paradise just to kind of blend them together. And then I have this ColourPop Creme Gel liner, which if you guys don't have any of these are great. So they can be a little fragile, but they are really creamy on the waterline. This one is in the color Icebreaker in my waterline there. And I do have just some black Essence, their Kajal pencil on like my tightline up there. But yeah, that's it. What do you think? I feel like this getting ready with me was like all over the place. Like, but I guess that's where I'm at mentally, so that's okay too. We all have those days, but it is a rainy day. I'm fucking not going anywhere. Literally, I just wanted, oh, this is a Beauty Bay Plumping Gloss in Fizz. I just wanted to do my makeup. I just wanted to sit down and actually film something and just kind of fuck all. Like if it's loud in the background, if it's whatever, like it is what it is. But I miss doing Get Ready With Me's. It's a little more challenging now, so. But anyway, I love your faces. Thank you for being here. If you made it this far, will you leave me like a beetle emoji or something? And honestly, like, I'm gonna keep playing with this. It's not the normal Unearthly, but it's not bad. And I only used, in this whole look today, I only used these 3 shades. And it came out beautiful. It just goes to show that, like, pretty doesn't have to be complicated.
Is it gonna rain again?
It is gonna rain again. And with that, I bid thee adieu. Bye.